Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. And today we're going to be taking a look at something pretty freaking awesome. A new knife company, made in the USA, Stoner CNC's Stoner MS6 and AEB-L. Let's give it one good whack. Maybe two, maybe three. There we go. That's right, there is a new kid on the block. Stoner CNC has been around for 20-ish years, I guess. They've always done CNC work. This is their first production knife, if I can even say that. They reached out to me a few months ago, actually. If you watch my videos, you might have seen the Stoner CNC grips for this Benchmade, and they fantastic grips. It's really changed this knife. This knife doesn't come with grips, and they make an awesome pair. So I mean, if you got one of these knives, these Benchmades, and you want some good grips, you got to check these things out. They changed the knife. But speaking of which, here we go. This is the Stoner MS6. Now, I know everybody's gonna ask, and maybe Matt will say it in the comments, is there any relation to God, was it that Stoner something gun, whatever it is? I don't know. So it's the MS6. The owner's name is Matt Stoner is his last name. It's not because he's a pothead, it's because that is his last name. So yeah, MS6, Matt Stoner 6, makes sense now. The elephant in the room, yes, it has holes in the blades, in the fuller. Aesthetics. He wanted to make something a little bit different. I wasn't sure of them at first, but honestly, they've kind of grown on me. A lot of people have brought up the fact that it might be a place for stuff to get stuck. And this is not a hunting knife. This is more of a, I don't even know what you'd want to call it. Basically more of a tactical, kind of look cool knife and be functional at the same time. And honestly, I think they freaking nailed it. I haven't been able to stop playing with this thing since I got it. We have a black Cerakote finish, and let's just get the other elephant out of the room. These knives are completely 100% milled. They're a CNC machine shop. So yes, you can see milling marks. Now, I believe he's going to be offering some, and so this is a, what did he call it? This is more of the field grade knife, and they're going to have a higher grade knife that just doesn't have, you know, smoother milling. But to be honest with you, I really like this milling on here. I think it's cool. It doesn't bother me at all, and honestly, it hasn't affected in the way it cuts, in my opinion. And we're going to demonstrate that here in a little bit. But you can get a finish grade version, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive. We'll talk about price also. That will not have these milling marks. But to be honest with you, I dig them. Let's get into some specs here real quick. So it's fully CNC machined, and I'm reading with my right hand and holding this with my left because he sent me a paper. It is 0.187 AEB-L, of course, 6-inch blade, fuller, holes, milling, the thumb ramp, milled jimping, which we're going to talk about that in a second. Probably the best damn jimping I've ever felt in my life. Lanyard hole, hidden lanyard hole, which is fantastic. I'm doing this poorly, like I said, I'm reading off of a paper. The heat treatment on it is 6062 double drawn cryo vacuum furnace from Kowalski out of Cleveland. So a good company does the heat treating on this thing, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the heat treating is absolutely fantastic. No finger choil, thank God. I hate finger choils. And that's pretty much the rest of that. So starting out, let's just get the price out of the way. $275, not with these scales, I don't think. I am wrong, actually. So $275 with smooth scales. It's going to be $290 with textured grips, and then the finish grade is going to be, the finish grade blade is going to be $315, and with textured grips it'll be $330. So the most you're going to pay for one of these knives is going to be $330, which in my opinion, a big old honking knife, AEB-L, made in the USA, excellent heat treatment, nice Kydex sheath. That's a good price in my opinion. Not a lot of people can match that, in my opinion. Speaking of the sheath, it is a Kydex sheath. They do their Kydex pretty well. I don't know if they do their Kydex in-house. I could be wrong. I know we spoke about it, but you know, shit happens. It does have this little deal here where you can slide this up for retention. You can adjust your retention, which is kind of nice. If you slide it all the way up and lock it down, it will come out, but it's not coming out. It's the slightest little bit of, actually really not. If you really do it, it might get a little bit of rattle, but for the most part, fantastic sheath. Now, Matt Stoner, the owner, wants feedback on this thing. So one thing I could do is ask you guys in the comments to give me feedback for him to view on this knife. First off, it does not come as right now with an attachment, a sheath attachment. What would you guys like to see? Now, when people throw tech locks on there, for me, I take them off. I freaking hate tech locks. Would you like to see an ulti clip? Would you like to see a leather backer? Would you like to see a nylon backer or a tech lock? What would you guys prefer? For me, I'm pretty much an ulti. I like ulti clips, and so I'll throw one on here eventually, but not right now. But so that's the sheath. Let's get more into this knife here. And I promise you guys, I know it's already been a couple minutes into this video. We're gonna beat the living snot out of this knife. It's gonna be a little bit longer video. Let's get into some other things. So also, we spoke about textured grips. Now, I have a couple different variations, and he did send me 2 knives to check out. This is what it's gonna look like. Now, the textured grips, I believe, aren't gonna come in the colors, because the way it milled, I think it looked like crap. I asked him about that. So the textured ones, I believe, are going to be more of a solid color, and he has many colors to choose from. So when you order your knife, you're going to be able to choose your finish and your color, and he has all the stuff, and it'll get whipped up and made for you to basically your specs and what you want. So that's fantastic. Like I said, awesome sheet, or awesome milling on these things. Fan-freaking-tastic. So there is skeletonization underneath the tang. I'll probably throw in a picture. If I don't, you can go on their website and see it, I believe, but I'll throw in a picture. Some people were worried about it. I'm really not. This thing was designed in a CAD program, and when you do that, you can put stresses on individual, find the weak points. These guys didn't want this knife to be weak. So, am I worried about it? No. Should you be worried about it? Absolutely not. The thumb ramp and the jimping, like we said, I like a functional thumb ramp. Not all knives that I get have a functional thumb ramp to where, here's how I'm holding it, and there's my thumb. I don't have to readjust my grip, come back further on the knife to get on the stupid thumb ramp that's put in the wrong place. I have extra large hands, and that thumb ramp is right where it needs to be if I really needed to push down on something. Just fantastically done. Awesomeness. Anything else? Let's see here. Let's go beat this knife, then we'll come back and talk some more. It is windy as shit today, so this is gonna make for a fun review. Did I mention I freaking hate the wind? We're gonna start this off with some hardcore crap right here. So, cardboard. This is kind of like a beefier tactical knife. People are worrying about those milling lines. Is it gonna drag? Is it gonna, you know, not slice very well? Let's try some cardboard and find out. It's not working with me, but it's this isn't your cardboard slicer, but it will definitely slice. 2-inch ratchet strap. This stuff is like hard for some reason. I don't know what, this thing has gotten like hardened with age. It does have a relatively thick grind on it for durability and whatnot, but let's see if we get to. It'll do it, but kind of a thick grind, kind of a thick edge on here. It's a little bit steeper than 20 degrees. They're supposed to come out with a thicker or a thinner grind on there, and I think he's going to be fixing that on the production model, but it is still sharp. Come on. There we go. Pulling my stump around. I'll show you how sharp. That was a water bottle. Clean. Now for carving. Let's see. Can we carve with this? How well does it carve? It's definitely not a carving knife, but it will definitely carve. We're not going to be doing no feather sticks or anything. You had to sharpen a stick or something. It'll do it. Now for some batoning. We got this, it's live actually, it's green. See how this batons. Through the knots, of course. Booyah. This is that gnarly eucalyptus. This is probably going to put a little bend in the blade, and we'll see if it comes back to true. This stuff is brutal. No bend, no bend. Brutal shit. Yeah, this is a strong knife. That should at least put a little bend in there. This knife was not designed for batoning though, but is more than capable of handling the task if that's what you choose to do with your knife, which I know, you know, YouTube invented frickin' batoning. People crack me up. How about some pressure treated wood? Put a little bit of pressure on that edge. My favorite is cross batoning because it's the only way you're actually getting full contact with that edge on whatever you're hitting. One more to grow on. Bam, let me go get a piece of paper. Flawless. All right, now let's get real. Let's do some little harder use tasks. Like I said, I typically probably wouldn't push a knife this far, especially on a video, but we have a new company. We want to test them out. We want to make sure that what they're doing is up to par. I don't think anybody else has actually tested one of these like this, but I could be wrong. Metal gas can, stabby stabby. I mean, it is a, what would you call it? A knife that's probably good for stabbing. Let's hit this bottom here. Get you down there. Let's get that paper. Tip. Perfect. Blade. With the wind not helping. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. I mean, it's still got a great edge. And now for the dreaded and loved nail test. Now, I've already done the nail test with this thing. It passed. It was probably the best one yet. But we're going to do it again. See if it does still. This is a piece of a nail that I already cut with another knife. Same nails as always. Everybody asks what kind. I don't freaking know. The cheap ones you go down to freaking hardware store and get for hanging pictures on the wall and shit. They're not like hardened framing nails or anything. Let's give it one good whack. Maybe two, maybe three. There we go. Do you see anything? I don't. That's not from the nail. I mean, is it worse for wear? A little bit, but actually, I think that's just crap on the blade. This wind is not freaking helping. What is going on back here? That is crazy sharp. What the hell? Dude. It still pulls hair. I think this got wet actually. New piece of paper. This freaking wind is driving me freaking crazy. You know how hard it is to cut paper like this in the wind? We'll do it inside. Alright, we're back inside now. That wind is just freaking crazy. I can't stand the wind. Oh look, it's much easier. Look, I haven't stropped or anything. You can still see the funk on that edge. See it? If I stropped it, that would have went away. And the nail, everything else. Wow, that wind really screwed this paper test up. That is crazy. That is freaking crazy. That is 2 nails. I pounded it through conduit, batoned it, cross batoned it. I did a bunch of shorts. And this thing, you know what? There's a reason the scab likes AEBL. And this is my first experience with it. And this stuff is freaking awesome. I've never had a knife go through a nail. Maybe the tops, but it still took a glint, the tiniest of glints, but you couldn't feel it on paper. There's absolutely freaking nothing on here. And that is awesome. All right, so when are these things coming out? These things are dropping June 2nd on the Stoner CNC website. Like I already said, they're going to be anywhere from $275 to $330 depending on configuration, grips, the finish of the blade, Cerakote, non-Cerakote. I'm pretty sure they're all Cerakoted at this point, but I don't know if he may do one. They're also going to be coming out with the MS5 eventually, so a 5-inch version of this, which will be fantastic. And he wanted to talk about warranty. So they're also a new company. They don't have a warranty set up. So if you guys in the comments, if you made it this far, first off, thank you. You know, when you watch these, when you look at your YouTube thing, it tells you that most people click off at 3 or 4 minutes. So if you made it this far, awesome. I appreciate it. But leave a comment of what you would like to see their warranty to be like. Now, of course, everybody's going to want a full unlimited lifetime warranty 20 years from now. 3 people later, you put it in a stump and run it over with the tractor and they're going to send you a new one. It's probably not going to be like that. If you put that in the comments, it's probably not going to be picked. But what we're going to do is, if you leave a comment of what you would like to see the warranty be, you will get a knife. Now, I have not used this one. I mean, I haven't used it. I've used the crap out of this one. With your choice of these scales, except for this one. Actually, you know, I take that back. This is my channel. I'm keeping the blue scales and I'm keeping these scales. So you can get this knife with your choice of the orange or the green camo scales. Sorry, I'm a selfish bastard. I like both these colors. But yeah, if you can come up with the best warranty, and Matt's gonna be the judge of it, not me. He'll let me know who it is. If you're a subscriber, I'll send you a knife. This one. Like I said, these things are gonna be available June 2nd. It's a freaking awesome knife, and thank you for watching.